I feel like just the grind of that whole album was memorable for me because it was a very early in my music career, and I was juggling so much things at the time that I was not used to juggling. Like now, I'm just used to, having music be very important to me and making time for it, man, and usually being the forefront of like what I'm doing every day. But at that time in 2017, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to school as a university student. I'm working a full-time job. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm doing with my future. And music is just something that is increasingly becoming bigger and bigger part of my life. And so the grind of like going to school all day, hitting the studio at like, let's say 8, going to like 12, and then having to bust my ass home and go to bed and do it all over again. It was a grind that, it was exhausting, but I knew it was for a bigger purpose, and I knew I was gonna be proud of myself. And I feel like that whole experience, when I finished that project, I was so proud of myself because it was like it was like my baby, my masterpiece that, what I'm saying, I've never put so much time and effort into something. And at that moment, it was just like, I felt like once that project was put out, I feel like I matured as a person. It was like, I went through literally like music puberty, and I was like, okay, well now I'm a different type of artist because, I actually went through all of the processes of making an album like a real professional artist would. I took the time, what I'm saying? I really thought it out, and then I put it out, and it was like, it did super well, and it charted on iTunes, and it did all that stuff. And I was so happy because it was like, wow, something that I really put my work, my all into really actually paid off. And so I felt like at that point I gained a different perspective. And I feel like now I look at music as like more of a journey than, you just make a song and then you just drop it on YouTube and you think you're just going to blow. It's a grind, you know what I'm saying? And, I didn't appreciate that grind before, but now I appreciate the grind, and it's so fulfilling when you actually work on something really hard and then when you put it out. Clocks was like, I feel like my best performance record. And at that point I was making R&B music, but I wasn't singing and stuff like the way that I wanted to sing. And I felt like for Clocks, I was like, hey, I'm going to prove to everybody that, I can sing and I can do things that people don't think I could do. I think they thought, because the wave around then was just like kind of like that trap soul, like R&B rap, like, and I was doing that because I have records like Who Do You Love, like Often. And so I was like, yo, I'm gonna go full tank mode and just sing on this record. And that record stood out to me because it was like the first time where I was like, okay, I can officially call myself an R&B singer. Besides all this like trap soul stuff, which I can do pretty well, I'm an R&B singer, and I can do R&B music, and I can write an R&B track. And so that was the one that I'm proud of, and that was like the one that really stood out to me when I dropped that project. I'm dropping singles for now, but behind the scenes we're in album mode. You know what I'm saying? We're grinding, and we're coming up with a body of work that, you know what I'm saying, I want to change my life, and I want to leave my footprint in the game. And so that's what I'm working on right now, is just a body of work that, people have never heard before. And we going crazy in the studio right now. Like, that's where I'm at almost every day of the week. And I'm out there in the studio. And so stay tuned for a project. I would say around the beginning of 2021, we're gonna drop that, and it's gonna be something special. I always wanted to do stuff with James Fauntleroy. He's super amazing. I grew up on a lot of his pen. You look at like No Air, you look at a lot of the Chris Brown stuff, and some of the Frank Ocean stuff, and then you look at the most recent stuff with like Bruno Mars and stuff like that. I like his pen, and I think it's super diverse. Missy Elliott's super dope. Like Missy Elliott and Timbaland are just like super amazing. It's just a crazy production. But someone that I really, really, really want to work with is Pharrell. Even with that song he just dropped, SZA, Hit Different, with Ty Dolla $ign. Just different, man. That no pun intended, just different, bro. And I feel like we could do some crazy stuff, but we just got to get there. So those are probably my hit list when it comes to just dream producers and dream songwriters that I want to work with. So we're gonna try and make that happen one day, hopefully.